Hi and welcome to another edition of winemastery.co.uk. My name is John Lightfoot and this is
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you all about wine, but not on this occasion.
No.
Just a little break, just a little refresher for the palate. It's a certain time in England. It's a certain time in Yorkshire, which is where John's establishment is based. And John thought, well, you know, we might try something a little bit different because it's very special when this beer comes out. You really enjoy it, don't you?
Oh, I really enjoy it is a kind of understatement. This must be it's my favourite time of year. We're just coming into autumn as it stands, and I love autumn. The smell of autumn, you know, the look, as the nights get darker and you kind of, you run home, you wrap up nice and warm, get in front of the fire. You know that kind, you know when you get, there's
I'm just a bit confused about running home.
Oh, right. Well, it's really... Not at all. But then, you know, when you jump out of the shower and into your warm towel, it's just autumn is a fantastic time of year. Beautiful one, might say. And also, one of the other things that happens in autumn, coming up to the winter time, is a lot of the kind of breweries produce beers for the kind of autumn winter time, and generally they tend to be just a wee bit stronger, so a bit more power in the flavour there. And this is like the perfect time of year for me, because you can just imagine, you know, the beer, the open fire, and all that deliciousness, and it just makes me smile. So, for this tasting, I have chosen my favourite beer of all time. Now, we might sell maybe 80 to 100 beers up the stairs, but this beer is by far my favourite beer of all time. And this is the... it's called the Sam Smith's Winter Welcome. Now, you may have heard of Sam Smith's. Sam Smith's a very popular kind of brewery based in Yorkshire, Tadcaster. But they just brew this especially for the winter times. It's very, very limited. They brew it up to 6%, so it's just a tad stronger than you'd usually find. And it's like heaven. It's like heaven.
So do they just brew it, one brew and then gone?
One brew then gone, and a lot of it we tend to find every kind of 4 years we get really low on stock, because I think a lot of it goes actually to America. The Americans love it, so we have to get as much as we can when we can. Oh yeah, definitely. Generally, when this comes out, I tend to drink very little else other than this, because it's just a stunner. But at 6%, you know, 2 or 3 bottles, and you're a happy man.
Indeed, you are.
Yeah. But let me give you a glass, and then
after 2 or 3 of those, you wouldn't know whether you were a man or a woman, probably.
That's never happened to me yet.
No?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it does.
Right.
But yes, immediately, I mean...
It's brown.
It's brown, it's more like that kind
amber.
of... Yeah, amber and golden, like a rich amber. And you can... you can't really see quite as well over there. But it's glowing. It's glowing.
It is.
And it's smiling at me.
It is.
I can see it smiling at me.
Could you?
Oh, yes, definitely.
So do we do with beers? Does one still...
Yeah, you can still get on the nozzle.
Yeah. Hops.
Hops, definitely hops. It's got like a you know what it has? It's got a toasty richness that just reminds me of autumn.
Autumn.
It reminds me of home. It just makes me feel like... just the smell of that makes me feel so warm inside.
So do you associate this with a pub, or do you associate this with sitting at home in front of the fire?
This would just be at home.
Yeah.
In fact, this is such a limited kind of brew that you would never actually find this, because there's Sam Smith's pubs all across the country, and he sells. You'll be known for very reasonably priced ales, but you will never. Well, I've never ever seen a bottle of Winter Welcome in one of his pubs. Very few retailers actually are allowed to sell it as well.
Really?
So we're very lucky to have it.
You've got a special licence?
Well, not a special licence, but it really likes us, so he lets us sell it. Thanks.
Okay.
Humphrey it is. Humphrey, thank you very much.
Humphrey?
Humphrey owns the distillery, the brewery. So if you're watching, thank you. So your ale is fabulous.
Thank you, Humphrey.
Blessing of your heart.
Is he on Twitter?
You know, I don't know.
Oh, we should Twitter him and say.
Worth a look.
And say, thank you.
Thank you very much. You've made my year again. Right, I can't wait to get stuck into this, because I've waited months and months, and this is my first.
When was the last one?
And the last one would be. Oh, I tell a lie. It would have been in summertime, because one of my friends, Gareth Lennox, if you're watching, a very good friend of mine, Gareth, thank you, always saves me a bottle or two in his house and kind of keeps it back till the summertime to kind of lure me round to his for drinks. So it was probably like summertime.
Right.
But before that, it was back in January, because I can never make them last past January.
Why is that?
Because I'm a lush. Because it is so delicious. I cannot stop drinking it. You know, when we get an order, I put plenty of hide cases up the stairs in the attic for me, and keep it away from the customers.
Well, maybe I was just thinking before we. I know I'm just really teasing him. I'm stopping.
Well, I'm dribbling a bit here.
Well, we've had an invitation from a little microbrewery, so we must get there because there is one particular beer which I tasted this weekend. It was called it's their best bitter, and it actually tasted really lovely. So we'll see if we can do a little episode there at some point.
Sounds good to me.
Episodes. Okay.
Right, get in there. That's everything. That is everything I wanted. It has.
That goes to different places than wine, doesn't it? In terms of your taste buds.
It's more fun. But for me, it gets you around the sides a lot more, and it's more full on in the face. I find, and on the palate as well. It lingers about there. It has that real kind of that stain there, and it changes. It develops. It goes from a kind of like a like how would you describe that? Hold on, I'll have the stairs. I'll tell you.
Any excuse.
No. It's like very malty, and it has that richness, there's a power there. And almost, because it's brewed up to 6% is this, so it should taste much stronger. It should be kind of a sippy beer, but for me, I can't help, have a good slug of that. It's that almost like licorice flavour in there, but it's not in a bad way. It's not like a licorice that is too overpowering that you can't take. It's just, it's still a sluggable, pint, if you know what I mean. You could still go for a good pint of that without having to remember, it's 6%, better be steady on that. That's maybe a...
Would you drink this on its own, or would you have cheese with it?
Now, I could happily drink it on its own, happily, but, and I've tried this many times. Matching with this perfectly is the Cheddar Gorge cheddar. Now, the Cheddar Gorge we have, it's handmade, it's the only cheddar it's unpasteurised as well, it's the only cheddar that's actually still made in cheddar. And generally the one we use is about 12 to 14 months old. So it's not the strongest cheddar in the world, but then a lot of people, they come in the shop and they say, what's your strongest cheddar? And I said, do you want the strongest or do you want the nicest? Because I really rate that cheddar. It's got a very traditional, old-fashioned style of flavour, but then this bite builds up nicely, it's not one of those that's really in your face. So, a big chunk of the cheddar, and a few bottles of that, and it's like your night is made. That's all you need. It's like pure happiness, and it's like heaven,
I take it from what you're saying, you don't really like it.
Now autumn has come and now this beer has arrived. I can see myself sitting with lots of this beer and lots of the cheese.
So would this be a for those of you in the not in the UK, it's a 5 o'clock night, it's Guy Fawkes night, celebration of someone trying to blow up Parliament.
Yep. Less than a second, go on.
Would this be something you drink outside by the bonfire, or?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, that would take it
anywhere, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah. Swimming pool, no, no, where? Because it is just such a lush beer, such a well-made beer as well, and it does remind me of home. It just kind of makes me feel warm inside, and I can feel it warming me inside. It's kind of.
Do you think that does a taste change from each year, or have you done back to back any time?
We have done back to back. Generally we tend to keep one bottle back from each year. So it's
I bet you find that difficult.
Well, Martin takes it home because I would find it difficult. There's no way I could manage that in my house. So we usually do a back to back on last year's brew with this brew, and invariably last year's always does win. Not because this New Year's is any worse. I just think it does develop in the bottle just for that 1 year.
Maybe you should keep one for 2 years and see how it develops.
Come on now. I couldn't possibly. Well, ask Martin. We could do that. But
now, let me see. Can I guess how much you
Oh, you can give it a go.
Right. So, what's the size of the bottle?
It's a 550ml, which is actually, and that's like a real pint. Most beers now come in just a 500ml, which is just shy of a pint.
Yeah.
So
it means just short of, for those of you that.
Just short of a pint. So this is a full pint in your bottle there.
I'm going to go for $5.99.
Oh. No.
No.
That's not right. But I would. Well, that's very good for you because usually you want it.
Well, that's not the price I want it for. That's the price I'm guessing.
Well, we are selling this at $3.49.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Really?
so it's I mean, it is a little bit more than you'd usually find for an ordinary bottled beer, and definitely a lot of Sam Smith beers that we do sell. We usually sit around $2.99, $3.15, because it's a range of maybe about 8 other beers in there, and there's some fruit beers as well, and a cider. And a new wheat beer, actually. But this is a little bit more exclusive. And it obviously being brewed to 6%, it is going to be a little bit more expensive. But that is worth every penny. Every penny. I'd happily pay more for that.
Don't tell Martin.
No, I'm not going to. I better start hiding my cases upstairs before I find it. But no, it's a very special day for me when the winter welcome arrives. It just completes me.
Excellent. Well, it's arrived.
It has. And I'm going to drink it for the rest of this evening now.
Excellent. Well, I think with that, we must, as I say, maybe we'll just add 1 or 2 more beer episodes intermixed in between. And we're going to see you in the next one. We'll see you there, huh?
See you there, Chin Chin.
Chin Chin.
My glass is empty.
Oh my goodness, really? How did that happen?
I have no idea.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Do you think you should fill it up?
I'm gonna. I don't need a second.
Yeah,
this is my evening. I've nothing planned for the evening.
Just in case you didn't get the idea, he really does like it. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.